Excuse me, sir, are you registered to vote?
Yes, I am.
Which party are you registered with?
The Democratic Party.
Did you know that the Democratic Party was founded by pro-slavery racists and is now socialist?
No, I did not. That's good to know. What party are you with?
The Republican Party. We are also known as the GOP.
Really? Well, I don't think I'll be switching my party affiliation to the Republican Party anytime soon.
Why not, sir? We are the party of inclusion. We have a big tent, and it includes many segments of the population. There are young people, middle-aged people, retired people, Hispanics, Asians, homosexuals and blacks in the GOP. Our present leader is Michael Steele. The head of the Democratic Party is Howard Dean. If you look in the mirror, which one of those two looks more like you? Also, former Secretaries of State Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice were both high-ranking black Republicans.
So what? The President of the United States is Barack Obama. In the mirror, he looks like me. Michael Steele is a pawn. His own party doesn't respect him. The head of the GOP is Rush Limbaugh. What he says goes. Colin Powell took the fall for George W. Bush's Iraq War and lost all his credibility. Condoleezza Rice was shoe shopping and watching Broadway plays, while people that looked like her were drowning and dying in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina.
Well, Republicans fought against slavery in the Civil War and won that fight. Really, you owe us a thank you. If it wasn't for us, you would be picking cotton right now.
That was very insensitive. You should apologize for that. The Republican Party that helped win the Civil War is not today's Republican Party. That previous Republican Party was one that was liberal, just like how today's Democratic Party is supposed to be. Are you aware that between the 1950s and the 1970s, a party shift occurred? Because I can tell where this is going, I'll be brief. The liberals left the Republican Party and the conservatives left the Democratic Party. Prior to this, many conservatives were racist Dixiecrats, a portmanteau of Dixie and Democrat, that supported Jim Crow-style segregation, state-supported violence and tolerated the actions of the terrorist organization known as the KKK. George Wallace, the Tom Edges of Georgia, Jesse Helms and Strom Thurmond were just a few of this racist breed. It is from these seeds that the modern racist ultra-conservative, ultra-religiously fundamental GOP has its roots. From this cloth also was spun Barry Goldwater, Trent Lott and two of America's worst presidents, Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan.
Why do you think Nixon and Reagan were bad presidents?
Well, first, not only did Nixon get caught red-handed cheating, but he also pioneered a new technique in racist politics called the Southern Strategy. He played on whites' fears of blacks in order to win. The GOP has been using it ever since. Recent loser Sharon Angle used it when she said those kids in Nevada, quote, looked a little Asian, unquote. Republican Ron Paul would tell you that Nixon's 1971 move to take America off the gold standard has a lot to do with the reason why the nation's economy is in the can today. But Ron Paul will not talk about George W. Bush's and the GOP's role in that situation. Reagan, on the other hand, not only kicked off his campaign in Philadelphia, Mississippi, but he ignored HIV for 6 years. That means the USA is nearly 6 years behind in HIV research. He also had Grenada invaded and took part in the Iran-Contra scandal. Not only that, he had Alzheimer's disease while in office. There are accounts that he did not even recognize George H.W. Bush at times.
Reagan was the greatest president ever.
You and many other Americans believe that because you overlook what his profession was before he entered politics. He was an actor. He was paid to act. And given the unbelievably high level of admiration for him, he did his job well.
Obama is still worse. He is a socialist. He hates our freedoms. He hates America. He hates white people.
How is Obama a socialist?
He wants everyone to have health care.
What is wrong with that?
He wants the government to pay for it.
What is wrong with that?
The government should not have to take care of you.
Is that your definition of socialism? The government already takes care of you. Look at this pristine forest that we are in. The government has it protected for your enjoyment. The government also paved the road that you took to get here, unless you took the Garden State Parkway through New Jersey. The government keeps the library open, which provides you with free information. The government provides fire, police, and rescue services at the touch of a button. The government defends the country by having a standing military. The government gives you money in old age in the form of Social Security and health care in the form of Medicare and Medicaid. If the government can take my money out of my check before I see it, called a jack move in the ghetto, then why can't they provide me with health care? There is no guarantee that I'm going to get sick or ever use it, but it will provide all Americans, even yourself, with peace of mind knowing that you do not have to try to pay off Humana, Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare or whoever else.
If government can do that, then they can protect the healthcare insurers. By having open competition for customers, they are able to offer the best care for the lowest price.
Wrong. Since the days of Edgar Kaiser and Richard Nixon, health insurance companies have been giving less care while raising premiums. Health insurance is out of reach for many Americans. And since you are part of a party that is composed of religious fundamentalists, how do you account for the lack of criticism of a system that is essentially immoral? Charging money to save a life is immoral. Healthcare for profit is immoral. Jesus would not do that. What is your excuse?
9/11.
What?
You hate America. You want the terrorists to win. The GOP loves America.
Really? Then why do you all pass laws and give tax breaks to companies that send our jobs to China, India, Korea, Vietnam and other trans-Pacific third world countries? Why do you block laws to protect our environment? Why do you all find new ways to steal our privacy, from the Patriot Act to the TSA new sexual molestation protocol? Why do you always shut down government services to poor and minority communities first? Why did you let all those people die after Hurricane Katrina? Why did Republicans preside over the largest increase in the size of the government ever, and the largest increase in the debt ever? George W. Bush spent up Clinton's financial surplus by fighting 2 wars at once. Why will you all not hold the financial industry's feet to the fire for the mess they've caused?
America has fallen from glory because of people like you. We need to go back to the 50s where the economy was strong, prayer was in school, America built things, and was a world leader. The women didn't have to work, and your people knew their place.
Whoa. What?
Your people have never thanked us for anything we did for you. We took you savage niggers from the jungles of Africa, fed you, gave you clothes, gave you work to do, gave you books to read, and instruments to play, and you're still not thankful. We fought the nation's bloodiest war to free you, and you're still not thankful.
I'm glad we are not in the 50s where I would be expected to tolerate such a comment. You madam are a racist, just like most of your party. If you bothered to watch the coverage of the run-up to Barack Obama's election, you would have seen how you Republicans were out there calling him monkey, ape, coon, nigger, and a veritable cornucopia of hateful terms. These same people have names for other minorities as well. Show me a Republican that treats any minority like an equal. Show me some Republicans volunteering on Martin Luther King Street. It is because of your inherent racism that you all have very little diversity. You all even lost your one Asian congressional member this past election. America doesn't need to go backward. It needs to go forward. We need modern solutions for modern problems. We need to eliminate the Electoral College and the two-party system, upgrade our infrastructure, stop meddling in other countries' business, develop high-speed rail. The French already have it, and you're telling me that America can't keep up with the French, upgrade out schools to produce more inventors, promote a healthy active lifestyle, increase the separation between church and state, and lead the world in high-tech and environmentally friendly technology. You all want Windows, we need Ubuntu. You want analog, we need digital. You want iPhone 4.
iPhone 4.
We need Android. Get with the future, and stop holding America back.